I've always liked the idea of being an overachiever, being able to put a lot of different things on the table and getting to offer value that's hard to match. That's something you can say about the 05 from Lynk Co, because quite frankly, this car is an overachiever. Hi everyone, Jutt here for AutoIndustriya, and today allow me to show you around this new car, the 05 Hyper Halo all-wheel drive from Lynk Co. Lynk Co is a relatively new brand, not just in the Philippines, but in the world. It's built as the more upscale automotive marquee of the Geely Group, and it aims to satisfy the discerning preferences of successful individuals. You want style that catches the attention of people? Well, Lynk Co puts a premium in crafting some very striking designs. You want performance? Well, Lynk Co easily delivers on the response and the power that your right foot wants. Maybe you demand quality. Well, the brand, Lynk Co, has so much attention to detail when they put together these vehicles that it's so hard to find gaps in the cars that they build. These are just a few of the attributes that make Lynk Co different, and we can see all of those come into play with the 05. In terms of design, clearly it's a head-turner with almost 4.6 meters in length and a ground clearance of 213 millimeters. Now, that's quite great. But what's neat about the 05 is it's quite the sporty crossover. You can see it in the wide stance, the blacked-out roof, and the fastback side profile. These are things you don't normally see in other crossovers. Then you have the use of clever and modern lighting. You see that these front lights, they're inspired by the elusive northern lights or aurora borealis. You also have these fog lamps in front, which have cornering lights. So if, let's say you're making your way up a mountain road, they illuminate as you turn. The wheels, massive, 20 inches in diameter, which makes sure you roll in style. But the roof really does look cool with the blacked out effect. But here in the back, we see the fastback shape that does look neat. The rear has these cube-style taillights to alert those behind you that you're slowing down or stopping. Opening the tailgate is easy with the power mechanism, and you'll see that cargo space plenty. There's even enough room for 5 people going on a weekend getaway. When the rear seats are occupied, you still get up to 36 inches in length with the cargo space, but if it's just you and a buddy driving, you can drop the rear seats, extending this to 60 inches, making sure there's more than enough room for all of your cargo and luggage. Under the hood is one of the most powerful engines in its class. It has a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine. Yes, turbo. It's quick, as the 05 has upwards of 254 PS and an impressive 350 Newton meters of torque. It goes from 0 to 100 kilometers in just 6.7 seconds. And it has a top speed of 230 kilometers per hour. But, of course, make sure you guys follow the speed limit. All right, now we're inside the Lynk Co 05 Hyper Halo. I'm still very much drawn to the sporty look of the inside of the 05 Hyper Halo. Aside from the design, which obviously is very striking, I think it's also very intentional where they put the controls and the buttons easily accessible while you're on the wheel. Now let's talk about the driver display, which is 12.3 inches, gives you all the information you need while you're driving. And also you get a 12.8-inch infotainment system capable of Apple CarPlay. You can also link your Android Auto if you need that, but it gives you a lot of versatility with this car. And of course, you get wireless charging here. I'll put my phone right there. You get a dual zone climate control system, a couple of cup holders in the middle, and just everything you need to make sure it's a smooth drive. And if that's not enough, well, you go into your center console and you'll find a Type A USB socket, a Type C, and even a 12-volt socket. Okay, here in the back now, the first thing that you'll notice, I'm comfortable sitting where I am. So space, a check, the comfort of the seat, also good. And then you get a couple of air conditioning vents here, USB ports, Type C, Type A. You also get a drop-down center armrest with a couple of cup holders. One of the great things about the Lynk Co 05 is that it has an 8-speed automatic transmission from Aisin partnered with an all-wheel drive system from BorgWarner. Now, that's a partnership that's meant for a fun drive. You can even select the drive mode that you want to be on. I'm currently on comfort mode for a relaxed driving. If you want to stretch out your fuel range, you can always switch it up to eco mode. And then there's also a dynamic mode that makes it a little bit more versatile. Now, if you're planning on going on a road trip, maybe you're driving on loose surfaces, you can select the cross-terrain mode. Lynk Co Philippines isn't just presenting us a new car. They're showing us a true statement with the 05 Hyper Halo all-wheel drive. It's great to have a vehicle that wants to achieve as much as you do. Now, it's a means of getting from point A to point B, but toss in the premium feel, the luxury, the technology, the distinctive style, and of course the outstanding performance, and it will surely be a drive that you will enjoy. The Lynk Co 05 starts at 2,458,000 pesos, and you can check that out, including the Hyper Halo, at Lynk Co dealerships nationwide. And if you want more information, just log on to their website. Now it's time for an impromptu road trip.